Hello again, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this Marshall. It's an MA50. It's one of the Vietnamese made Marshalls. This one is a sore spot for me. It's been in the shop for a little while. The customer actually bought it cheap from somebody else used, and the customer was told that all it needed was tubes. It would be fine. Of course, all the tubes were missing. So I open it up, I retube it, I go to check the bias and all that. Everything's fine on the power amp. The amp does not work. So to try to not bill the guy a lot, occasionally I'd get it out and take a look at it and try to figure out what's going on, signal trace it and all that. And as it turns out, all the tube stages work, but there's a lot of solid state stuff in this amp, which brings us to the discussion of modern tube amps. I have a problem with that. I don't need a microprocessor to set my bias. I don't need a lot of switching stuff. I don't need muting transistors. It's just a lot more stuff to break down. A tube amp is a tube amp. So anyway, this little fellow's going down today. I've messed with it some to the point that I've got all day loose today, and this little fella is going to get done and get out of here because I'm just tired of looking at it. So I'm going to get on with this. I'm ordered my schematic, my scope, my signal generator, a lot of my other tools. I'm going to war. So let's take a little look inside here. Like I say, this job is finished. At this point we've got a set of new output tubes, a whole set of tubes, because, well, like I say, when the amp came in, it didn't have any tubes in it. And let's take a look here at some of what we're talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 transistors. 1, 2 ICs, 3 relays, and other assorted things here. The reason this amplifier did not work, this muting transistor right here for the effects loop had died. But it took quite a bit of time to find it, because as you can see, things like this capacitor here, you can't get to the traces to signal trace anything. This was a very difficult amplifier to trace through and find out what the problem was. Then what you get into with this sort of thing is you have to pull this entire board, try to fix it, and put it back together and hope that what you did got you to where you needed to be, so you don't have to start over again. So there you go. Here is the oxymoron of a modern tube amp. There is a lot of solid state stuff here in the signal path. So again, I'm going to say it. When you have a tube amp and it doesn't work, don't be surprised if you buy a whole new set of tubes and stick in it and the amp still doesn't work. There's a lot of things around it that makes the tubes operate, not just the tubes. In a case like this, you've had a switching matrix for all this other stuff. mute switches, just a lot of other stuff can just go wrong. There you go. Okay, I'm going to button this guy up and get it out of here. I'll be glad to see it go. So till next time, play nice. I'll see you later.